So friends, hello, my name is Mahesh Kulkarni and today we are going to learn that how to create a simple Hello World application using the Strut framework. Basically the Strut, it is a framework which is used for creating the MVC based web application in Java. The MVC, that is Model View Controller, it is a design pattern which is used to create the application which is easy to manage and maintain. In the sense, that means we can easily separate the presentation view, business logic and the data access from each here. That is nothing but easy to manage. So to include the strut in your particular project, first you need to download the set of binaries from this particular web page. You can see that the different release of the Apache struts are downloaded over here. Different releases are available, that is the strut 2.5, 2.3. If you want all the jar files which are related to the strut, then you can download the full distribution. And the second important thing, here I am going to use the Jsp, and to run that particular Jsp we need the Apache web server and the Tomcat. So to download the Apache Tomcat, go this particular website, and here you can see that the different versions are available to download, and based on your operating system you can download the binary distributions from here, that is 32-bit, 64-bit, etc. So what to do this particular application? This is the demo application which is created. Here I am going to write the name of the user and just click on the submit button. And when you click on the submit button, whatever the name which is entered by the user, it will display using the another web page, that is the welcome.jsp, and at the same time the same name will be displayed on the console over here. So in this way we are creating the simple Hello World application using the Strut framework. Now let's see step by step how to do it. So first I am going to clear the console, close this browser output. So the first step is go to the file, new and dynamic web project. Specify the name over here. I am going to specify that is Hello World app. Target runtime, that is the Apache Tomcat version 7.0, which is essential to run that Jsp page with the annotation based model, that is the 3.0. I have configured with this Apache Tomcat, so it is automatically displayed over here. Click on next, and here we need to include the deployment descriptor, that is a web.xml file. So to include this particular file into your project, and click on finish. Now the second important thing, that whatever the jar files that you have downloaded from this particular web page, you need to include that your jar file into your project. Means you are going to include that jar files into web content, then webinf and lib folder. So I have downloaded that files, copy all the files and paste it over here, that is web content, webinf, lib folder. Just right click and paste over here. Your directory structure will look like this. Now this file, that is the ojdbc6.jar, I have added this files externally. If you want to create or if you want to connect your Strut application to the database, then this file is important. So I have added this file externally over here. So now the next step is to create the Jsp file. The first Jsp file, that is the input.jsp, consists of the text box in which the user is going to enter some name, and one button over is there, that is the submit button. And whenever the user is going to click on that submit button, it will redirect to another page, that is the welcome.jsp page, and it will display the name which is entered by the user in input.jsp page. So right click on the web content, new Jsp file. I am writing the name as input.jsp. And here in this input.jsp I am going to use the taglib directive. So to include this taglib directive, I am writing, that is then ampersand taglib with the prefix that is s and URI. The URI is nothing but the /struts hyphen tags. I'm going to change the title, that is input JSP page. Here I'm going to use the center tag so that the content will be displayed at the center. Heading tag, that is h3, which that is input JSP page. And here to include, and here I'm going to create one form consist of one text field and one submit button. Here I have specified the prefix over here, so I'm going to include the form with the same prefix, that is s:form, and specify the two important attribute of the form, that is the action and method. I'm going to specify the action with the value that is demo and the type of the method. Here I'm going to use the post method, and in this particular form I'm going to use one text field. Specify the name, that is name equal to username, and specify one more attribute, that is label. I'm writing the same label as username, and then include the submit button with the attribute, that is label equal to submit. So here we have done with the input.jsp. So close it. Now I'm going to add one more JSP file, that is welcome.jsp. So file, new JSP page, name as welcome.jsp. I'm going to change the title over here as welcome JSP page. Use the center tag, and here in this, whatever the value which is entered by the user in input.jsp, I'm displaying the same value in this welcome.jsp. So I'm writing here one message, that is welcome to Strut version 2 application. In short, we are going to pass the parameter from input.jsp to welcome.jsp. That means we are going to use the session. So to extract that value from the session, I'm writing $, then within the brace bracket I'm writing session scope, that is $, within the brace bracket session scope dot specify the name, that is username I'm extracting. So I have done with the another JSP file, that is welcome.jsp. You can close it. So now the next step, I'm going to modify that deployment descriptor, that is web.xml, which is available over here. And here I'm going to specify the tag, that is filter, along with filter name, filter class, and the second one, that is the filter mapping. That means how we are going to map that particular filter with the name of that filter and their URL pattern. So below this display name, I'm going to write the filter, and I'm going to nest it two tags within this, that is filter name, which is strut2, which is nothing but the strut2, and here I'm going to specify the filter class. The filter class is too long, so I'm going to copy and paste it over here. So we have done with the filter. Now the next task is to add the another tag, that is nothing but the filter mapping. And within this filter mapping, I'm going to add again the filter name, and the second, that is the URL pattern. Filter name, that is the same name that we specify over here, so I'm going to copy and paste it over here. And the URL pattern is nothing but the /star. So we have done with the web.xml also. Now the third task is to add the XML file, that is the strut.xml. We are going to add it into the source folder, which is Java source. So right click on the source, new. You can see that the XML file is not present over here, so click on the other. The XML file is available under this XML, so click on the XML file. Next, specify the name of the XML file over here, which is nothing but your strut.xml. Strut.xml. Click on next. Select this radio button, that is the create XML file from an XML template, which is selected by default. So click on the next. This is the preview of your XML file, you can see, and click on the finish button. And here I'm going to add the doc type, which will link to this URL, that is a strut.apache.org. So I'm going to copy it and paste it over here. Now in this strut.xml file, what I'm going to define over here. So as you remember that in the input.jsp page, we create one form, and within that form the two elements are present over here, that is the text field, and the one more is the button. And whenever the user is going to click on that particular button, we are going to execute one method, that is the demo. And when that method is successfully executed, we are returning one parameter, and based on that parameter we are redirecting to another JSP page. This is nothing but your welcome.jsp. So that logic we are going to define over here, and we are also going to specify that where we are going to define that particular method, that is name of the class, and that class is available in which package, that is the package name also. So here I'm going to write the strut tags, and within this strut I'm specifying the package with their name, that is strut test, and specify the extends attributes, which is nothing but the strut default. And I'm going to specify the tag, that is action, with the name, that is demo, which we write over here. It will take some time, that is action equal to demo. So I'm going to specify the same name over here, strut.xml, that is action name equal to demo, and specify the class name over here. And to specify the class name, I'm going to follow the syntax, that is package name dot class name. So I'm going to create the package, that is my package dot class name, that is display data. So this is the name of your class, and in this class I'm going to specify the method, that is demo. and this particular method will return the particular value, and I'm going to write that value into the result. So result equal to success. This particular success will be returned by this method demo, and this method is defined within this class, that is the display data, and this class is available within this package, that is the my package. And if this particular value is written by that particular method, then I'm going to redirect to the page that is welcome.jsp. So I'm going to specify the name of that page over here, that is welcome.jsp. So we have done with this. So I'm going to close this strut.xml, but before closing I'm going to copy the name of the class as well as the name of the package, because I'm going to create that class. So to create that class under the src folder, so go to the project explorer, right click on the src, new class. You can see that the package name and the class name is over here. Just click on the class name text field and paste it over here. You can see that the my package name automatically display over here. There is no need for the public static void main, and just directly click on the finish. And here I'm going to create the object of session map, which is of type map, available under the util package. So I'm going to import that package, that is import java.util.map, and here I'm going to include the interface, that is the session aware, and the class, that is the action support. So I'm going to import both of them also. So import org dot, this session aware is available under the apache.strut2.interceptor. So scroll down, that is apache.strut2.interceptor, which is over here. I'm not going to include all, so I'm going to remove the start and just write the session aware over there. And I'm going to import the class, that is the action support, which available under the com dot this. I'm not going to include all, so I'm going to remove the stars and just write the action support class. So I've done with the import statement. So I'm going to change this statement as public class display data extends class, that is action support, implements session aware. You can see one error is over here, that is the type display data must implement the inherited abstract method session aware.setSession. So I'm going to add that unimplemented methods and just changing the name of this argument as session map. I'm going to change the code later. So in this particular Java file, I'm going to create the object session map of type map, which is available in java.util.map. Now why there is a need to create the session map? Because we are passing the parameter from one Jsp file to another Jsp file. So for that purpose we need a session. That's why we are creating the object of session map of type map, which is available under the java.util package. So to create that object, I'm writing private name of the class map, specify the type as string, and then specify the object, and after this just specify the name of that object, that is nothing but your session map. And to store the username, I'm going to declare one more variable of type string, that is username. So I've done with the variable and object declaration. Now in this particular method, in this particular class, I'm going to write the method that I have defined in the strut.xml file under the action, that is action name equal to demo, class equal to, that is package name dot class, and the third attribute, that is the method. So I'm going to define that method over here. So public, return type is string, because we return the keyword that is success over there. So I'm going to specify the return type, that is a string, and name of that method, that is demo. And in this method I'm going to display that particular username on the console. So I'm writing system.out.println username as username, and I'm going to create, and I'm going to use the put method of the session map of type map, so that I can wrap that parameter into one variable and pass that string to the welcome.jsp, so that in welcome.jsp we can extract the username from there. So I'm going to use the put method of session map dot put. First specify the string, that is username, and specify the actual argument, that is username, and then return success. This we define in strut.xml. So here you define the session map and the username, and the body of that demo method of type return type, that is a string. To display that particular username we have write the system.out.println, and to pass that particular parameter to the welcome.jsp we have created the session map.put over here, and then return success. So here I'm going to initialize that session map with the session map object. So to initialize I'm going to use the Java reference variable, that is this. So I'm writing this dot session map equal to session map, and to assign that particular value to the username variable I'm writing the method over here, that is public void set user name, and I'm passing the parameter as string username. So I'm going to assign this value to the variable using the same Java reference variables, that is this. So this dot username equal to username. So we have done with the coding part now. Just close it, click on the solution, then project, build is automatically. So I'm going to clean the project, and to execute it just open the web content, click on the input.jsp, right click, run as, run on the server. Hello world app, finish. It will take some time. So if we display the error, that is the HTTP status 404, then just close it, again click on the project, clean it, refresh, and execute it, that is run as, run on the server. It will take some time because it is going to restart the server. starting Tomcat version 7.0 server at localhost. You can see over here. Starting Tomcat. So this is your web browser. So this is your output, that is input JSP page with the text field and submit button. I'm writing the name over here, that is Mahesh Kulkarni, and just click on the submit button. You can see that the name is displayed on the console, that is the username Mahesh Kulkarni, and it is also redirect to the welcome.jsp page. So welcome to Struts2 application Mahesh Kulkarni. So in this way we can create a simple Hello World application using the Struts framework in Java. Thank you for watching.